Hey everyone, Intuitive Karen here. Welcome back to our deep dive into Don Miguel Ruiz's life-changing book, The Four Agreements. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and catch up on the first two episodes. They're amazing. Here's a quick recap. The first agreement. It's be impeccable with your word. It's all about using your words as a force for good, avoiding gossip and self-sabotage. We learned how words shape our reality like seeds in fertile soil. Then the second, which is don't take anything personally, gives us that sweet emotional immunity, realizing nothing others do is really about us. It's their own dream projecting out to us. And today we're tackling agreement number 3. Don't make assumptions. Oh man, this one is really a hard one for me to do. And I guess for so many of us. It's sneaky how many assumptions creep in and create total chaos in my life. How about you? By the end of this video, you'll see why clear communication is your superpower and how letting go of assumptions leads to real freedom and stronger relationships. So, what does don't make assumptions really mean? Ruiz says we have a nasty habit of filling in the blanks with our own stories, often the worst case scenarios, instead of seeking the truth. Assumptions are like poison. They lead to misunderstandings. They lead to hurt feelings and also unnecessary drama. What's the antidote? Find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want. Learning to communicate clearly is the key to avoiding unnecessary drama. Who needs unnecessary drama? Am I right? In short, nothing creates more suffering than assuming you know what's going on in someone else's head. Your mind loves to play detective, but it's usually wrong. Guess what? This ties right back to the first two agreements. If you're impeccable with your word, you're always speaking the truth. If you don't take things personally, you're less likely to assume anything negatively. But assumptions, they amplify everything, turning molehills into mountains. So why do we do this? Pretty much it's fear, plain and simple. We're afraid of looking vulnerable by asking for clarification. Ruiz says we're domesticated. Remember that from the last video? To think we should know everything, or that asking questions means that we're weak. But Ruiz calls this out. Assumptions create a dream of hell, full of resentment, blame, and isolation. Think about it. How many fights start because you assumed your partner was mad at you for not texting back quickly, or you assumed your boss overlooked you for a promotion because they don't like you? These are stories we tell ourselves, and they're not facts. They're fictions born from our own insecurities. And the kicker? Even positive assumptions can backfire, like assuming a friend will always be available and then feeling let down when they're not. How do you master this agreement? It's like turning the lights on in a dark room. You get freedom from that constant mental chatter and drama. Relationships deepen because you're dealing in reality, not guesses. Peace comes from knowing the truth, even if it's uncomfortable at first. Ruiz promises The day you stop making assumptions, you will communicate cleanly and clearly, free from emotional poison. Phew, that's powerful. No more needless suffering, just authentic connections. And isn't that really what most of us want? Authentic connections. And hey, this applies inward too. Don't assume you're not good enough based on one bad day, or that you'll fail before you even try. Tie it to agreement number 1. Be impeccable by questioning those self-assumptions with a kind, truthful word or 2. In agreement 2, don't take your own assumptions personally. They're just old programming, not the real you. Let me give you some examples to help clarify. First, for relationships. Your partner comes home quiet. You assume they're upset with you, right? Why not? Maybe because of that argument last week. So you get defensive, snap at them, and uh-oh, a fight erupts. But let's try this. What if you asked, hey, is everything okay? Do you want to talk? You might learn that they had a rough day at work. Assumption avoided, connection strengthened. Or at work. A colleague doesn't invite you to a meeting, and you assume you're being sidelined or they think you're incompetent. Resentment builds. But asking, was there a reason I wasn't included? Could reveal it was an oversight or it wasn't relevant to your role. No drama needed. How about social media? You post something vulnerable and a friend doesn't like or comment. We assume that they hate it or they're judging you. But what's the reality? Maybe they didn't see it or they're busy. Don't let assumptions steal your joy. And lies or gossip? If someone spreads rumors, don't assume it's true or aimed at destroying you. Ask for the facts. Remember, their actions are about them. This agreement shines when paired with the others. Being impeccable means asking questions honestly, without manipulation. Never manipulation. Not taking things personally helps you handle the answers without ego. Together, they create a shield against the world's chaos, or as Ruiz says, immunity in hell. You ready to apply it? Start small. This one's practice, not perfection. Pause when your mind starts storytelling. Notice the assumption and then challenge it. Is there evidence to what you're thinking? Get curious. Ask open questions like, what did you mean by that? Or, can you clarify? And do it with love, not accusation. Express your needs clearly instead of assuming others know what you want. Say it. I'd love if we could chat more. What do you think? You can journal it out. Maybe at the end of the day, you note any assumptions you made and write out how you could turn it around. You practice in low state spots, like assuming the barista got your order wrong on purpose. Ask politely instead. Build that muscle. Affirm this daily. I choose clarity over assumptions. I communicate with courage. Let me say that again. I choose clarity over assumptions. I communicate with courage. Over time, this will become second nature. you'll feel lighter and more empowered. Agreement number 3, don't make assumptions, is a toughie, but it's worth it. It's about reclaiming your peace through truth and vulnerability, not numbness, real, joyful living. If this resonated, remember, the 4th agreement ties it all together, so stay tuned. Like, if you're committing to this, subscribe for agreement number 4, which is always do your best. And hit notifications so you do get notified of this last video. Thanks for watching. You're amazing. See you next time.